Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel again today. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to briefly talk a bit about football. I know I don't do a lot of sports videos, but I thought, I did watch a bit of Talk Sport over the last couple of days, and I know they've been speaking quite a lot in regards to the pgmol in regards to David Coote and the allegations that have been made about him making derogatory comments about the former Liverpool manager. Okay, and obviously the allegations of him snorting a white powder, allegedly supposed to be cocaine. Whether it was cocaine or not is another story. During the Euros. Now, if it was just a case of he made an allegation or made remarks about a former football manager, because obviously he's no longer the manager at Liverpool, okay, I would generally say big deal, who cares less. Okay, football managers, they have to be thick-skinned at the end of the day. They make enough comments about referees saying that they're useless, incompetent, shouldn't be making mistakes due to VAR. So, from that point of view, has a referee got the right to come back and make a comment, as a general rule, about a manager or a player? Because if they're willing enough to make comments about them, in my view, they've got every right to defend themselves. As long as they're not making racist or derogatory remarks, which it has been alleged that obviously David Coote did make. Whether he did or not is another story, but I know there are videos going around, making reference to his nationality and everything. And there are rules within the FA, but you can't go doing stuff like that, because that's borderline racism at the end of the day. So, if that was just the only problem, I personally would say that maybe he gets a suspension, maybe he gets a whopping big fine, because referees are extremely well paid in the professional game nowadays. Maybe you demote him, for a few games or maybe part of the season down to the lower leagues and teach him a little lesson. Then you come on to the second part of the agenda of what has been said or what has been recorded, and that is the white powder. Now, everybody is going to jump to conclusions, because that's what it's going to be at the end of the day. He hasn't been drug tested. There's no evidence or proof to say it is cocaine. It could be something else. It could be sherbet for all we know. Probably isn't. That's me trying to put an argument up for him. Okay. But should he be behaving like that? And it has been alleged that he does like to do a bit of drugs. So then comes the other argument. Now, football players and all sports people are drug tested. They're drug tested, and they have to do them drug tests, whether they want to or not. They have to do them, and if they don't, they can face, being kicked out of sports and all different types of fines and suspensions and everything. So then comes the argument, as referees are professionals nowadays, is there an argument that they should have to be drug tested as well? Because there is an argument that if you're on drugs, you might not be in your right mind and be doing your job properly. So why is it a footballer has to be drug tested, but a referee doesn't, because some of these referees are younger. I know it's not all youngsters that do drugs and everything, but I would suggest now he's put the pgmol out in a corner where they're going to now have to start drug testing referees to make sure that they're all of sound mind and they're not on something, because he has brought the referee fraternity into disrepute, whether he likes it or not, and he can come in and have a pop at me if he wants for saying that. That is exactly what he's done. So let me know what you think, because I don't think now there is a way back for David Coote. I don't think there is. I don't think he can come back under any way. If it hadn't been for the drugs, if he hadn't done the alleged drugs, I will say, to be fairer to him, then I would say there would be a way back. He may not be able to referee a Liverpool game, he wouldn't have been able to, but he would have had a route back and been able to continue with his career if they had allowed him, if they would allow him to, because he's only suspended at the end of the day. But with the drugs now on the scene, I would suggest his career is done. He has no way back. You can't be seen as being a racist, making derogatory remarks about other people. Whether you're right to be making them comments or not, that's another argument. And then being seen to be allegedly doing drugs as well, I don't think he has a way back. So do let us know in the comments what you personally believe. If you disagree with me, that's fine, that's no problem, let us know. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, please do give us a like and a subscribe. I would appreciate it. But for now, thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you again a bit later.